Warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on Peachy Tea Tyme. Oh, so join us on Peachy Tea Tyme. Oh, so join us on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme, yeah, yeah. Peachy Tea Tyme.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? That ain't that what we're supposed to do? But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Yo! It's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. What's goody, baby? What's goody in your city, baby? Everything good over here on my block. Don't check me out. But no, everything good over here on my block. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you be very productive during this week just as well. And I hope you had a great Monday. We are winding down now. And yes, I'm going to tell you some crime while you're winding down. So please, y'all, please make sure that you share this video. Okay, make sure you share this video, and it's Peachy Tea Time. It's Peachy Tea Time night. On Wednesdays we do Peachy News Edition. And then, of course, on Saturdays is the weekend spot, baby. The weekend spot. So please share this video. I'm telling you right now, I got to position myself so Instagram can see me right. Okay, there y'all go. Y'all should be able to see me good now. Please don't forget. What am I going to tell you not to forget? I don't know, because I don't forget. I don't forgot to tell you what not to forget. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. Don't forget to subscribe. I need to change that because we are no longer on Roku, baby. We are no longer on Roku. I'm thinking about going back to Roku though. I am thinking about going back to Roku TV. I just gotta think about it. I gotta think about if that's what I want to really do and pay out the money for. All right. So until then, Follow me on all the other platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. Baby, we all out there in these streets, okay? Hello to everybody. Please, please, please don't forget to comment. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to hit the like button. It's so important that you hit that like button, okay? Very, very important. No matter what platform you're watching, please, please, please hit the like button. If you're on Instagram, hit the heart. But please hit something. It's important. All right. So let's get started, baby. I think I might take it back to how I used to do. How I used to do. So I hope y'all in for a show. That's what I'm called. Just a show. Just a show. And we got so much to talk about. We got so much to talk about. We are talking about the father, the fire chief, and his daughter that was taken out by his girlfriend. Baby, that was a crazy story. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we're gonna dive into that. We're also gonna talk about this young lady tonight. I did a little extra research on her. Found out some interesting things about this young lady. So I'm to discuss all of that, and that's the young lady that ran over, carjacked the Uber driver, and then ran him over. So we're gonna talk about that just as well, because there's more to that story than what the news is telling us. Then our main topic for tonight, y'all. I brought it to y'all last year. The three young boys, 12, 13, and 15 years old, that essayed, because they don't want us to say it, that essayed the 12-year-old girl. So they are going to be tried as adults. Yes, 12, 13, and 15. The dad had a lot to say, so I will be playing what the dad had to say. Also, the mother of the young lady, of the young girl, the 12-year-old girl, her mama has something to say. So we getting into all that tonight, plus so much more, so much more. So let's go ahead, let's get started. Um, put in the chat. Put in the chat where you're watching from. I see y'all out there. Thank y'all for joining. Please put in the chat where y'all are watching from. And it's okay to say hey. It's okay to say hey to me. It is good. It's good over here. All right, y'all. Again, I'm the missus with the kisses, baby. Or you could just call me Miss Peachy, because that's what everybody else call me. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this young lady that done carjacked the Uber driver and then turned around and ran him over. But again, y'all finna listen to this news broadcasting clip. But baby, I got so much more to tell y'all about this young lady. So here we go.
Uber Eats driver lost his life after a carjacking.
Police say a woman from Maywood took his car and then killed him. She stood before a judge today.
Casey Cronus is outside Layton Criminal Courthouse with what we just learned. Casey.
Hi, Terrence and Sylvia. Prosecutors are sharing the victim was delivering an order to a doctor at Loretto Hospital in Austin when the woman who is now in custody allegedly stole his car and ran him over with it. According to court documents, it was that doctor who found 28-year-old Daniel Figueroa in the hospital's parking lot and called 911. Sadly, Figueroa, who lives in the western suburbs, did not survive. Hours later, police arrested 33-year-old Montoya Perry in Maywood after tracking Figueroa's stolen van using license plate reader technology. Perry has been charged with first-degree murder and carjacking. She has a long rap sheet with 8 prior felony convictions, including aggravated battery, burglary, and forgery. Emotions were running high at the courthouse today. At one point, an argument broke out between the two families in the hallway. After the hearing, Figueroa's mom shared her grief.
I just don't want this to happen to anybody else's family. He's 28 years old. I'm not going to let his name go in vain. And I love you, Daniel, wherever you're at. I just pray with the help of the justice system and everyone involved that Daniel gets justice.
At the time of his killing, Perry was on pretrial release for another incident that happened earlier this month, allegedly resisting and obstructing police. She is due back in court in mid-March for this case. Reporting live from the Layton Criminal Courthouse, Casey Cronus, Fox Chicago.
I didn't even realize I was on mute. Sorry. Sorry. But all I said was, let me tell y'all about this story. That particular young lady right there, that's who this story is about. So this young lady had a very, very hard upbringing, y'all. She really did. She do have a son, but it's like she just couldn't get it right. She said she had been trying and trying and trying and trying. Of course, everything on here is allegedly. And also explicit language. But she said she had been trying, trying, and trying, y'all, to get her life together. But she just kept being called back into the demon world. She just kept getting called back to the demon world. She also was known. I'll say known because I saw her charges. And she had been doing carjacking. That wasn't her first time. We'll say that. That was not her first time carjacking somebody. She also, I think she didn't have custody of her child at one point. But then I guess she decided that, her son was going to be able to come back and stay with her. And then that's when she really tried to go hard and do the right thing. But no matter how much she tried, she just kept finding herself back in trouble. She even had a job. Trying to do the right thing. But again, she kept finding herself getting right back in trouble again. So this particular time, she was with other people, and she ended up getting the Uber or whatnot. Well, the Uber driver couldn't. I'm about to say, but I ain't supposed to say that word. But taking out. That's what we'll say. Taking out the Uber driver. That's what she did. Ran him over. But when she got back home, she didn't know she took him out. She didn't know that. Because when she got home, she decided to go on social media, and she posted something like, because I don't know exactly word for word, but she posted something like, y'all don't know what we've been through. She said y'all don't know what we done been through and what all we had to go through to make it back home. But we are home. So, baby, they got that just as well. So it don't look like she'll be coming home no time soon this time at all. I pray for the family because that got to be devastating. So I think the Uber driver had got out of the car, and when he saw them, that's when he started running back towards the car. And then that's when she ended up hitting him and ran him over. So the sad situation is sad that this lady, no matter what, could not get her life together. She just couldn't. No matter how much she tried, she just could not get her life back together. And it be like that sometimes, y'all. You try, you try, you try, you try. And no matter how much you try, you just feel like you're just not getting nowhere. But I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Keep trying. I promise you something good will come out of it. But you just can't give up. You just can't. So we finna go into this next clip, y'all. This clip is about, let me see what this is about. Oh, this boy, he had took another boy out at a Milwaukee bus stop over a girl. I think we discussed this one too in the past. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. See what's going on with this case. He is in custody, and now he's about to get charged. So let's go. I'm sorry, he got sentenced. He got sentenced to life. Here we go.
15-year-old execution style at a bus stop and spends decades in prison.
Bill Miston is live from the Milwaukee County Courthouse as the boy's family looks for some closure. Bill?
Yeah, hey there, guys. Nelson Lopez Correa was shot in the head in October 2024 near 16th and Forest home. He died several days later. Today, the shooter learned his fate.
He was sweet, funny, humble, respectful, and full of life.
That was taken with the pull of a trigger.
It was an execution shot. That's what it was.
Christian Martin pulled the trigger.
Because your parents failed you. The lack of love and attention drove you to commit a heinous act.
Prosecutors said Martin was upset over a recent breakup with a girl who was with Lopez Correa that morning. She told police Martin followed the group to the bus stop and shot Lopez Correa. Martin ran off and was later arrested in Iowa. He was found guilty of first-degree intentional homicide at trial in December.
Can't even offer up a feigned apology to the court. Not a letter to the court, not a damn thing.
He didn't speak at Thursday's sentencing.
Mr. Martin is not man enough. He's a coward and a child to even confront the person face to face.
Judge David Porowski points to the case as an example of extreme violence over petty arguments.
We have reached a point in this community where homicides are so run-of-the-mill. Children can be killed, and it barely warrants a news story. It doesn't warrant a comment from an elected official. There are monsters in this earth, and maybe you're one of them.
Martin shook his head.
You're not? You want to address the court? I'll give you a chance.
He didn't take the chance. Borowski sentenced him to life in prison, only eligible for extended supervision after 45 years. A sentence Lopez Correa's family says is as close to justice as they'll get.
We wanted more, but it's right. It ain't gonna bring him back, but it's right.
Now, the sentence means that Martin will be in his 60s when he becomes first eligible for release from prison on extended supervision. In Milwaukee, Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Well, at least he got some time. Like they said, they wanted more because he's eligible for, after 45 years, he's eligible for supervision or something like that, they were saying. They don't want him to ever get out. Ever. And I agree. You took that boy's life over a girl because they together now, and you ain't like that when there's so many other girls you could have been with, I'm sure. So, nah, bruh, you need to stay right on in there where you at. But I guess they believe in second chances for some people, and that be the issue. I hate to say it. No, I don't hate to say it. That be the issue. That be the issue. So let's move on. I really want to get to this retired chef story. That story was devastating. Completely devastating. I don't know if y'all heard about it. The two people up here, Henry and Helena. Helena was his 15-year-old daughter. Some people are saying it was a domestic violence situation. Some people are saying, no, Henry wouldn't have never did nothing like that or put his hands on nobody. So we're going to get more into details with that. But first, let's go ahead and play the clip so y'all get familiar with what's going on. Here we go.
Top story, a community in shock after a father and daughter are gunned down inside their own home.
We might have just been basketball family, but, it's a lot of people affected by this.
This is 5 on your side at 10. I'm Mike Bush. Tonight, a woman is behind bars charged in the murders of the former Berkeley fire chief and his teenage daughter. 5 on your side's Melanie Johnson is just back from talking to those grieving the victims and friends of their alleged killer. Melanie.
Yeah, Mike, known to many as a fire chief and to others as coach, Henry Williams is said to be a shining example of a girl dad. His teen daughter, Helena, a star high school basketball player. Sadly, the duo was murdered in their own home, a loss felt on and off the court.
Coach Henry not just an amazing coach, but an amazing father, amazing person.
Willie Williams remembers Henry Williams as a father figure, guiding him on the court and in the game of life.
It's tough because Coach Henry's retired, and so everything he was doing was volunteer.
Tragedy striking as the retired Berkeley fire chief was shot and killed in his Ferguson home Saturday night. His 15-year-old daughter's life also taken.
Just being a girl dad, man, it's tough.
Helena Elliott, a star basketball player at Pattonville High School.
Every time she shot the ball, we all watched, and it went in every time.
Willie's daughter, JL, and Helena playing on the same team since 6th grade.
Every time she went up to the court, we knew that she was going to make it, and we just stayed out the way. She barely missed.
The Pattonville School District sharing the news of the sophomore's unexpected death Sunday. 5 on your side also hearing from the family of the suspect.
But I know she's no monster. I love her from my heart. And I'm praying for God to work through her while she's sitting there.
Friends say 61-year-old Linda Hayden was Henry's girlfriend. She's charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Her best friend, Cheryl Fouts, can't believe it.
We know that she is not this kind of person that would just kill 2 people, and it just don't make sense to us. It's very shocking. It's very heartbreaking to many of us.
As the investigation continues, those who stood on the sidelines with Henry say the focus must remain on the light he and his daughter brought to the community.
We might have just been basketball family, but, it's a lot of people affected by this.
Linda remains in jail tonight on a $2 million bond. The Pattonville basketball team plans to honor the life of Helena Elliott during Tuesday night's game. Extra counselors will be on hand tomorrow at the school.
Wow. So, let me tell you about this story, y'all. At first, before I heard exactly what happened, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, he must have put his hands on her. She probably was getting the best of him. And then maybe the daughter, jumped in. And so she probably had to take out both of them because they ended up getting the best of her. Now, that's what I thought. But then when I heard the entire story, first of all, this man got taken out in the back of his head. The back of his head. So he wasn't even facing her. And they was in the kitchen. Allegedly. So, if they was in the kitchen, baby girl, she was in the room. And you took her out point blank range. I think it was in her forehead. So you took him out and then went to her room and took her out. Let me repeat myself. You took him out in one room, bypassed the door. You had plenty of time to leave out the door, but you bypassed that door. And you went and took out the little 15-year-old. And your homegirl on there talking about you ain't no monster. If y'all don't go sit down somewhere, what is y'all on camera for? Maybe y'all didn't know at the time. Maybe they ain't know y'all. Maybe her best friend or her friend or whatever she is. Maybe she ain't know that they was in 2 separate rooms. Maybe she ain't know that they wasn't jumping on her. Maybe she ain't know that this baby ain't had nothing to do with this. Because baby girl, She a monster. She's beyond a monster. She is Satan. I say Satanese. She's Satanese. Very close to Satan. Very close. Then she didn't even leave the house afterwards. Maybe she was in shock. She couldn't believe that I just done this. So she goes and hides upstairs in the room and lock herself in the room. Baby, you might as well went in and sat in the living room waiting for the police to come. I know you didn't think that they weren't going to search this house. Probably 2 cars in the driveway, yours and his. But thank you. Thank you for not going out on the run. Thank you so much. This is what you call, I didn't have a plan. I just decided to do. That's what this is called. We got another clip on this story. Now, this man, y'all, had just talked to his family 40 minutes prior. Somebody in his family called him. They was talking on the phone, and the family member said, "Hey, I'm finna come on through. We finna come holler at you." He's like, "Well, you finna come through? You finna come through right now?" "Yeah, we on our way. Gonna take about 40 minutes to get there, but we coming. We on the way." He's like, "All right, slide through. Slide through then." And then click. What happened from the time that he told them to slide on through? Because they 40 minutes away. Come slide through. I don't know if we finna have barbecue. I don't know what's finna happen, but y'all come on through. What happened between the time he hung up that phone to the time that family got there? Because, baby, the family got there. And that's probably why she didn't leave as well. Maybe she thought that once they came, they was just going to knock on the door and leave. And then that was going to be her great escape. Did you think about that? Well, let's see this next clip.
We're learning new details about the Ferguson double homicide that left retired Berkeley Fire Chief Henry Williams and his 15-year-old daughter, Helena Elliott, dead. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Williams' girlfriend is now charged with the murders and made her first court appearance today. The deadly shooting happened 2 nights ago on North Clay Avenue in Ferguson. Our Megan Kernan is live tonight outside the Ferguson Police Department.
Mike and Kelly, this is a heartbreaking loss. A father and his teenage daughter killed inside their own home. Police call it domestic related. And today, court documents laid out what family members found when they came to check on them. Friends remember retired Berkeley Fire Chief Henry Williams as a proud girl dad and basketball coach, and his 15-year-old daughter, Helena Elliott, as a standout Pattonville basketball player. Both were found shot and killed inside their Ferguson home Saturday night. Police say Henry's girlfriend, 61-year-old Linda Hayden, is now charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action.
This is something that is very tragic. All around for the families, both families, everybody that's involved.
Court records show relatives spoke with Henry that evening and went to the North Clay Avenue home 30 minutes later, where they found both victims dead. Henry was found in the kitchen with a gunshot wound to the back of his head. Helena was found shot in her forehead in her bedroom. Police say Hayden was found in a locked master bedroom.
This is really hitting home because he was a person in the community. A lot of people did know him. She was a basketball star. A lot of people did. So it does affect people directly as well as indirectly.
Investigators say domestic violence may have been a factor in the murders. Dr. Cynthia Bennett, the executive director of the domestic violence nonprofit JADASA, says tragedies like this affects the entire community.
The families on both sides, they have to pick up the pieces and try to move on. We have resources available that we can even refer them to as far as trauma-informed care, therapy, those things, because this is not something just that's going to go away.
And Pattonville students had extra counselors on campus today, and the girls' basketball team plans to honor Helena at tomorrow night's game. Court documents say Linda Hayden made a statement saying she guessed she was the villain in the story and called Henry a bad man and narcissist. Hayden remains in jail tonight with a $2 million bond. Live in Ferguson, Megan Curtin, 5 on your side.
Now, people are saying on social media, like some of her family and friends, as far as the other lady, the one that actually did the crime, some of her family and friends is on social media, and they're saying that she was getting abused by him. There was a lot of domestic violence going on. But then one of the ladies that did say that it was domestic violence going on, she ended up coming back saying, there was no domestic violence going on at all. I wonder if she get a phone call and tell her you better go on in and say something now. I don't know though, y'all. I don't know. That was just kind of weird to me that she, revamped everything that she first said, because she went in at first talking about how he was putting her hands on her. She would still keep trying her best to try to make things right with him. All that. Somebody said that she was supposed to have been leaving. Hold on one second, y'all. The bird is so annoying me. And I know it's annoying y'all too. I'm so sorry. Poolie finna cover him up, hopefully. It'll be quiet. But anyways, somebody said that Henry had told her that she had to leave. They was breaking up. It was time for you to go. But he didn't want to just put her out. So she supposedly had been taking her time leaving. She said, I'm going to leave next weekend. But she didn't want to leave. She wanted to stay with him. She did not want to leave him. But he was like, I'm done. It's over. What this little girl, the 15-year-old, what she had to do with it, I have no idea besides jealousy. That's the only thing I could think of. Unless you just spaz completely out and say whoever in here can get it. But if not, then it must have been some type of jealousy. Had to be. So, again, my heart goes out to this family. It's such a sad thing. Such a sad thing. And she was over there visiting with her daddy, I think. Unless she was living with him. One or the other. But it's just very, very sad and hurtful. Especially when somebody else take out your child, man. That's hurtful. So, let's move on. Let's move on before we get to the 3 boys that was charged. That's coming up really, really soon. All right. But first, before that, we finna talk about this toddler, y'all. It was a toddler that was found. Guess where? Can anybody take a guess? Where was this toddler found? I'm telling you, you don't even want to take a guess. Because it's going to make y'all mad. Because sure enough made me mad when I seen it. People just don't care about their kids no more. Not all of them. Some of them. And they don't care about themselves. Because what these folks did just made no sense to me at all. No sense at all. A toddler was found in the impound lot. But wait till y'all find out where this car got towed from to get to the impound. Here we go.
And tonight with the toddler towed away and left alone in an impound lot. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, there are major questions over how this could have happened.
Here's what we know about the timeline. The car was first seen Thursday, left parked on a neighborhood street in Harper Woods. By Friday afternoon, That vehicle was reported and towed to an impound lot. The toddler was not discovered until Saturday morning, still inside that car after spending the night alone.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley spoke with a family who says the car sat right outside their home and they had no idea a child was inside.
CPS is now involved in this case. At last check, police say that baby is in stable condition and is expected to fully recover after being left in that abandoned vehicle and initially found.
Yeah, we have to start being more aware of our surroundings. We got to. When whoever came and picked up that car, the tow truck driver, why didn't that tow truck driver at least look in the car? If the lady was able to see that this car was just out there, you ain't think to just look a little bit further? Now, are you going to look for a child? No, I get it. You're not going to look for no child. I promise you'll get there. And maybe she just ain't nosy like I am. Maybe she ain't nosy like me. Now, I wouldn't have walked fully up to the car, so I guess that probably would have been the only way if the baby was laying down in the back seat. You would actually have to walk all the way up to the car. Did the car have tinted windows? If the car had tinted windows, then you definitely probably didn't see. Did they get this baby melatonin? Like, this toddler stayed asleep for how long? Without screaming and hollering and crying. That's a long time, from the 26th to the 28th. That's a long time. Here we go.
Right on this street.
Awkwardly parked, like half, not half, but a little bit in our driveway to here.
Deborah Ruffin showed me where that car was left right in front of her home Thursday night.
And you can't park on this side of the street. So that caught our attention.
Harper Woods police say 2 days later on Saturday, a 13-month-old child was found in that same vehicle at an East Point tow lot. Ruffin says she and her family shudder at the thought the child endured the elements alone just steps from their front door. What ran through your mind when you found out there was a 1-year-old baby in that car?
I was speechless. I had to calm down. I was driving when I got the information, had to pull over and catch my breath. But the temperature was going up and down. That was the thing that ran across my mind, was that poor infant, that poor baby.
Ruffin says her husband reported the vehicle to Harper Woods police Friday, still parked on Damon Street near I-94. Officers had it impounded that afternoon. About 3 hours before that, Detroit police say the child's mother arrived at the 9th precinct on the city's east side, reporting her baby was missing. A DPD detective reached out to Harper Woods and learned the vehicle belonging to the child's father had been towed and suspected the child might be in it. Police say Detroit detectives and Harper Woods officers went to the impound lot Saturday and found the crying toddler in the rear of the vehicle. The child's father is now in custody.
Somebody needs to pay for that. That was an immoral act.
All of this has left many residents like Kaylee Hightower unsettled.
Me and my cousins were talking about it yesterday because we were like, how can somebody forget a baby in a car? Who wasn't looking for the baby?
Ruffin says while she did spot a child's car seat inside, she never saw a toddler. Harper Woods police say the car was locked at the time of the tow and unable to be thoroughly inventoried. Again, the father of that 1-year-old baby is in police custody. They are working to hand that case over to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for a charging decision, which could be coming soon. In Harper Woods, I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you so much, Randy.
Yep, I'm in agreement. Daddy need to go to jail. Take his ass to jail. Carry on, carry on, carry on. How do you forget your child? The baby shouldn't even spend the night. Like, where did he search? Where did he go? Like, I'm speechless. You literally left your car over somebody else's house. These folks don't know you. You got out, left your baby there, and you don't go back and look for your car? Like, why you ain't gonna knock on them folks' doors talking about where my car at? Like, this just don't make sense. It's not adding up to me. And then she goes down there to the police station talking about my son missing. Was she in the passenger side? Like, I'm trying to make... Why this lady ain't got no doorbell ring camera? Come on, Detroit. We gotta do better. Everybody need to have a doorbell ring camera. Nowadays. Everybody. Like, this would have been so easy to catch on camera. And we would have saw it. Please believe me. Please believe me, we would have saw it on camera. I do say, something ain't right. So I'm telling y'all, something ain't right with this story. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But I do believe that mama may know a little bit more than what she telling us. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So we finna move on, since that's all I'm saying. We finna move on to the next clip, y'all. Y'all got to understand. I just be showing y'all the news broadcasting clips. So they gonna put it together however way they want to put it together. We all know these. So sometimes we gotta try to think things out ourselves. I'm just saying. Here we go.
The family doesn't know exactly what happened, Terrence and Sylvia. He was in Chicago to visit family with his 2 young sons. They went back home without their father. Tonight, Brown's mother says her son was a great provider for his children, and she has a strong message for whoever pulled the trigger.
We've been left with nothing to go on, and kids don't have their father. They came here with a father. They left without one. And so it's been very, very hard on our family.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't even focus right. I can't even go to work. I can't do none of that. And it's not right.
Picture right there, that is Kelly Edward Brown Jr. A $10,000 reward is now being offered in the search for whoever shot and killed the 40-year-old. Cook County Crime Stoppers is urging the public to come forward with information about the deadly shooting inside the building on the 1800 block of South Springfield Avenue. There are cameras on the building and buildings nearby, but still no one is in custody. The killing happened January 18th at around 4:45 in the morning. Brown was visiting from out of town with his 2 young sons for a family celebration. After the gathering ended, relatives say he came to this Lawndale apartment to hang out with a female friend. According to the Chicago Police Department, shots were fired from the rear doorway of the apartment. Brown was struck multiple times and later died. The woman he was visiting has been cooperating with detectives, but Brown's family believes more questions need to be asked and more urgency placed on the case before it turns cold.
Come out of hiding. I see you. I see you, but God gonna see you too. It's your choice. Do the right thing. You done took my son away from me, my kids, his kids, everybody. For what? But you can't sleep at night. You ain't got no peace. You ain't got no joy.
Well, Chicago police, they continue to investigate. You can submit an anonymous tip by calling 1-800-535-STOP or at cpdtip.com. Terrence?
Yeah, you can truly hear the pain in her voice, Tia. Thank you.
Baby, I can hear the pain in her voice just as well. And you best believe whoever did this is going to get caught. Now, I think, and this is just my personal opinion, who am I, what do I know? Anyways, I think baby girl know a little bit more than what she telling. It could have been her baby daddy. It could have been her boyfriend. It could have been her sneaky link. Yeah, the sneaky link. It could have been. Well, no. Like, come on. This man is there visiting y'all and got his boys with him, took his boys with him. Where did he meet this young lady? Where did you see her at? Was she at the gathering too? You said she was an old friend. Did she come to the gathering? Was this a setup? Was it a setup? But I tell you one thing, it said that them boys had to go back home without their daddy. It had to have been hurtful for them. Just imagine. They probably woke up the next morning. Where daddy at? Where my daddy at? We gotta leave. And they gotta break the news to him. Your daddy ain't come home. Because the sneaker link done got to him. I want to say some of the things that's going across my mind right now, but I don't think it's a good thing for me to say it. So we gonna move on to the next thing. We gonna move on to the next one, baby. We gonna move on to the next one. Let me play this before we get into our last story for the night. Okay, our last story for the night, which is the three young boys and the 12-year-old little girl. But first, I want to play y'all this that I found. I thought this was so sweet, so amazing, and I hope somebody do this to me one day. This is just so cute. Here we go. I ain't gonna even tell y'all what it's about. I'm just gonna hit play.
A worker says doorbell video has changed his life.
It's all thanks to community members who rallied around him after clips of his singing went viral. WGN's Courtney Spinelli is in the Austin neighborhood with this heartwarming story.
What Levante Harvey didn't know when he walked up to one of the homes on this block is that the woman who lived there lost her husband of 50 years not long ago. But what he did next would soon change both of their lives.
Not of a mean, not of a money, certainly not of a petty energy.
I had just got on this route. This is my first time on this route. Boom, boom, boom.
And all it took was seconds for this 23-year-old to capture the attention and the heart of one grandma.
Hey, Granny.
And then she started sending me more videos. Everybody was it just fulfilled her. She was laughing, smiling, and it's good, just to see her happy.
Whitney Cumbo taking to social media to find the mystery man.
Hey there, y'all.
It meant a lot to me, and I felt it through the video. Like when he was singing, I'm like, you can sing. Like, yes.
All we need is loving you.
It's so quiet outside, so I need something to keep moving. So I do it every time without even knowing that I'm being recorded.
This for you, Grandma. Traded in the lazy days I used to lay.
It didn't take long before the video reached Harvey and millions of viewers who had a front row seat to a friendship formed through the lens of a doorbell camera.
Inside, I'm just pretending.
For the first time.
Granny, this is Levante.
Nice to meet you. It's really nice to meet you.
No door or piece of technology between Harvey and Grandma Wanda. Only a hug carrying more meaning than lyrics could portray.
Just thought it was cute.
It's an overwhelming feeling because it's like now I'm here and it's like I'm a part of the family now.
As this all started, Harvey was quietly facing a struggle of his own. It was taking about 2.5 hours by bus and train to get to and from work. And despite that, he showed up with a smile and a song.
Finding you and finding me.
Cumbo encouraged him to start a GoFundMe.
Someone special.
I loved it that he did it for free, and he did not expect anything.
But strangers on the internet and fellow Chicagoans came through with the next delivery, raising enough money to buy Harvey a car of his own. A gift in return for the one he's sharing with so many people.
That was God's placement. Like, I was supposed to be on this route for a reason.
I'm missing you in Mississippi.
Within 24 hours, my life did a complete 360, and I can be anything but more grateful than that.
You and me. Happy early birthday.
Harvey has only been a letter carrier for about 5 months, but he says he can't wait to see what the future holds. In the Austin neighborhood, I'm Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.
Wasn't that so cute, you guys? I thought that was so cute. It didn't go with the lineup. I understand that. But I saw it today and I was like, oh, I want to share with my friends and my viewers. That was amazing. Y'all just don't know. The smallest thing can go a long ways. That's what I got out of that clip. The smallest things can go a long way. She had lost her husband, had been together for 50 years, been married for 50 years. And she probably was just sad and down and out all the time. And so now all of a sudden this boy just come and just pop up and start singing for her. You know, I just thought that was amazing. And my heart goes out to Granny. My heart goes out to Granny just as well. Rest in peace, Grandpa. No, he's not my papa. So rest in peace to him. All right, y'all. Moving right along. Our last story for the night. Y'all. First, let's get into a commercial break. Let's go into a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about them boys. 12, 13, and 15 years old. Y'all finna be like, wow. Here we go.
Having computer issues? Can't find a nearby computer store or tech? No need to worry. Computer Tech is a computer repair and mobile service. Not in Georgia, no need to worry. Computer Tech can remote into your computer as well. Prices are starting as low as $40. Services are virus removal, data recovery, data transfer, hardware installation, software installation, computer tune-up, laptop and desktop, home and online. Contact 404-405-8515 and ask for Tony. And don't forget to tell them Ms. Peachy sent you.
I'm back. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's get into this last story for the night so y'all can go to bed and I can go to bed too. All right. So which one I want to start with first? I'm going to start with this one. Again, it's going to say a lot of stuff that we're not supposed to say on here. I didn't get a chance to take none of this stuff out and do my editing. So I don't know what's going to happen with this video, but if you are here live, yes, you get to watch it. So here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Well, 3 boys are now charged as adults after police say they raped a little 12-year-old girl last year. NBC6's Nico Clemens is live in Miami. And Nico, you went to the neighborhood where police say the boys actually raped that little girl, and you spoke to some of the neighbors?
Trina, as you can imagine, they are all shocked. They feel for this little girl. Police say these 3 boys attacked and sexually assaulted this girl in a garden out in the open. Police arrested all 3 of those boys last year, but now they're all charged as adults. And we want to warn you before we air this story, you may find some of the details of this story disturbing.
Was really sad to hear that.
There's an uneasy feeling in this Miami neighborhood.
Very horrible.
Last June, police say 3 boys, at the time a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, and 12-year-old, raped a 12-year-old girl in this community garden in Miami's Overtown neighborhood on Friday.
Sir, you were arrested on serious charges. Actually, you were indicted by a grand jury.
2 of the boys were in court facing serious charges.
So you're 12 years old?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a very complicated matter.
And complicated.
Arrest forms say one of the boys grabbed the girl and took her to a couch in the garden, and the other 2 boys held her down. The report says one of them put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming, and one of the boys raped her. The girl told detectives they stopped after they heard her father calling her name. The report also says another young person was with the group of boys and told detectives he did not participate or say anything because he was afraid of, quote, getting beat up.
It's saddening, it's heartbreaking, but justice has caught up with them.
Poor girl. And I'm a girl mom too, so oh my gosh, so sad.
Parents are feeling uneasy.
Now it worries me a little bit because I see kids here all the time, and to know that one of them walking around would rape another little girl, it's like, oh my God, I have to keep an eye out now.
They're also having important conversations with their children.
To be aware of their surroundings.
This is a perfect time to talk to our kids and let them know, hey, this is incorrect.
So the Green Haven Project, they own that garden where this horrible attack happened. They sent us a statement tonight saying, one, they condemn what happened. Their hearts go out to this girl. And they also talked about the security measures they have in place. In fact, they said they maintain a perimeter security measures. Police say that fourth boy who was with the other three boys, he will not face any charges. But those three boys, they're back in court on Monday. Nico Clemens, NBC6 News.
So I know y'all probably wondering why the other boy won't be facing any charges, because he told them that he was there, he was watching, but he was scared that they was gonna jump on him. That's what he said. He thought he was gonna get beat up, so that's why he didn't tell nobody. But he said he was there. So now we're about to hear from the dad, and I think the mom of the young lady is on this clip too, because we got one more clip after this. Here we go.
The court was brief today, but afterwards emotions were running high with one of the families of the boys being charged as an adult.
It's not true. He's on.
That's the mother of 12-year-old Josiah Jones screaming at anyone who would listen after today's court hearing as her son faces charges as an adult in a case involving the rape of a 12-year-old girl.
I don't care if they get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 100 years. Guess what? I'm going to always feel like as a mother, as a woman, I'm going to always feel like it's not enough.
The girl's mother speaking to Local 10 recently saying she just wants justice for her daughter. According to police, the girl was leaving a friend's home when she encountered the boys near a community garden in Overtown. Investigators allege 13-year-old Nelson Nunez raped her, while 12-year-old Josiah Jones and Xavier Tyson, who was 14 at the time, restrained her. Police say Jones put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming. All three boys are being charged as adults. The victim says it went on for about 30 minutes, and the boys stopped when they heard her father calling her name. In court today, attorneys for two of the three boys arrested in this case formally entered not guilty pleas, requested jury trials, and invoked discovery requiring prosecutors to turn over all evidence. They also argued their clients, Jones and Nunez, should not be in adult jail.
At this point, you have a 13-year-old kid sitting in jail, and me and I think my co-counsel, the lawyer for the co-defendant, we both will be fighting hard to get our clients out of jail.
As for Jones's father, he tells us the allegations against his son are not true.
A young black man that was visiting Miami, it was with the wrong two kids, a 15 and a 14-year-old. My son is 12 years old and has a father that takes care of him. These allegations are bogus.
The judge did schedule a status hearing for March 18th. We'll continue to stay on top of this case and update you with any new developments. For now, reporting live in Miami, I'm Isabella Martin, Local 10 News.
Now, I do have another video of the dad talking more. I'm trying to see how I feel about this. I definitely believe that these boys need to do some time. I don't know if I think they should be tried as adults. You know how they say, until it happened to you or to yours, or until you are in this person's shoes, you don't know what you'll do. That's probably like this situation right here. Of course, if this happened to Kier, yes, I want them to be prosecuted to the fullest. To the fullest. But I just don't know if these boys should be in prison with grown adults taking their goodies. I'm just saying. They say that's what they do up in there. And when they get up in there, baby, it's gonna be over. But as of now, from what they say, they are not in adult prison. Okay? That's what they said on the news. They are not in adult prison at this time. So, but I want y'all to tell me, do y'all think they should be tried as adults? If y'all think so, put it in the chat. If y'all think that no, they should not be tried as adults, they should be charged as little kids, which is what they are. But they are out here doing grown folks stuff. Grown folks demon stuff. Because ain't nothing but the demons doing what they did to this young lady. Nothing but the demons. So, let's go ahead, play this last clip, and y'all gonna see exactly what this daddy has to say. I feel so sorry for the dad and the mom. Because daddy, like, I'm a full-time parent in this boy's life. I do for mine. Mine just had to go out of town for a moment and decided to do the wrong thing with the wrong folks. If that's what he's saying. Because he might just be saying, he ain't did nothing. Not my child. My child ain't did nothing wrong. So, let's go ahead and let's see. Here we go. Last clip for the night, y'all.
The young boys accused in connection with the sexual assault of a young girl will remain behind bars. A judge made that decision today with the suspect's family present. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois is in the newsroom with the latest. Tanya.
That's right, Naja. 3 boys are charged in connection with the rape of a 12-year-old girl. There was a hearing for 2 of the boys today. They were not in court, but their lawyers were. One of the boys' fathers was also there, all of them saying they are not guilty.
This is a 12-year-old boy we're talking about. We're going to leave him in jail and put a life charge on a young man.
I just want to say this, y'all. We cannot... How can I say this? We can't use his age and try to express our feelings off of his age being 12 years old. Baby, just in case you ain't seen the brother, man, we done seen 10-year-olds take somebody out. So at this point, him being 12 years old, some people ain't feeling it. Some people ain't feeling it. Some people is. They like, he only 12. I'm saying he's 12 years old. He don't need to be in there with the adults. That's what I'm saying. But we can't sit here and act like this little boy ain't did nothing because he only 12 years old. Oh, no. That's bullshit right there. 10-year-olds doing even worse than what your 12-year-old just did. Here we go.
This is a 12-year-old boy we're talking about. We're going to leave him in jail and put a life charge on a young man, a young black man that was visiting Miami. It was with the wrong 2 kids.
Marvin Jones's son, Josiah, is charged with battery and false imprisonment, charges related to the rape of a 12-year-old girl. A police report says the victim says his son, Josiah, held her down and put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming for help.
Me and the lawyer for the co-defendant in the case, we pled our clients not guilty. We requested trials by jury and also invoked the discovery order so that the prosecutors have to give us all the information that they have.
The alleged rape happened in June of 2025 at the Greenhaven Project Community Garden near 11th Street and 2nd Avenue in Miami. The police report says for 30 minutes, Jones held her down while one 14-year-old molested her and Nelson Nunez, 13, raped her. After first being arrested as juveniles, the 3 are now charged as adults.
I haven't spoken to my son since he's been incarcerated. Everybody's plastering my son on Facebook, Instagram, on every media, and making him out to be a person that he isn't. This is a 12-year-old boy.
Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth on that, but I definitely believe that they should not be talking to this boy without his parents around. So maybe he talking about, I ain't been able to talk to him one-on-one, solo dolo, or one-on-one. I don't know. But he definitely should have been in there hearing his son's side of the story. No matter what. Like, his son shouldn't have said nothing at all until mama or daddy done came. I definitely would say that. I also want to say this. I think this dad, and mom too probably, but I think this dad is looking at it as in, it was 3 boys. It was 4 altogether. One of them got off because he just said, I was there, I ain't did nothing at all. So apparently the other 3 must have vouched and said he ain't do nothing. He was just there. But was he the lookout? Was he the lookout person? But anyways, his charges got dropped. God gave him another chance. But these other 3, I'm just gonna say because they done said it on here. One of the boys molested her and the other boy raped her. Okay? And then all his son did, supposedly, was put the rocks in her mouth and helped hold her down. That's it. So he feel like my son should walk too. And if he don't walk, just give him a little bit of juvenile for a year, if that, and then bring him on home. But he should not be getting life per dad. Per dad. And possibly per mom too. Now, my thing is this. What if the one that they let go, what if he at least helped hold her down? Then he need to be charged too. But instead, he's scot-free. So let's go ahead, listen to Dad some more.
Good grades. Go to school every day. You understand me? He is not the child y'all making him out to be.
Now, the judge said today the 2 boys in jail are not with adults. They are in a special section for juvenile defendants. Miami-Dade corrections officials tell CBS Miami the 3rd child accused in this crime has not yet turned himself in on the adult charges. In the newsroom tonight, Tanya Francois, CBS News, Miami.
I tell you one thing, they better turn him in before they come get him. That's all I got to say. They better hurry up, turn him in before they come get him, or before he do something else crazy with his life. I'm just saying. God forbid. God forbid. So, well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you so much for joining. I love you all dearly, and I will see you all on Wednesday. On Wednesday night, me and Charlotte will be in the building, baby. All right, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Remembering a life, honoring a legacy. When words fall short, let Ms. Peachy help you tell the story. Ms. Peachy will create a custom heartfelt memorial tribute video that celebrate your loved one's life in a way that truly reflects their spirit and the love you shared. With thoughtful care, Ms. Peachy will craft each video from the heart, preserving precious memories in a lasting tribute. Tailored packages to suit your needs. Fast 24 to 48-hour delivery. Genuine, compassionate service. Let Ms. Peachy help honor your loved one legacy with a keepsake that will be cherished forever. Contact Ms. Peachy by email or by phone for a tribute video made from the heart.